1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's been a while. I'm sick, so excuse my voice. I'm trying out this new style by showing my face, but I've been too shy up until this point. So here are some things I've been working on and I want to talk to you about. Number one, I've been freelancing as a videographer and editor. It took a while to get some work, but I'll talk about how I got freelance jobs and someone screaming outside. It's late at night here in Iceland, so anyway. So right after I graduated from film school, I got my first freelance job, and I was fortunate to know someone in the industry, and they gave me a job which was just helping with some lights on a commercial set. After a couple of times doing that, I moved up to DPing for them, and then they just threw some old clients at me that I can do solo, which was very nice. And I still work for them from time to time. And at that time I was actually working as a motion graphics designer at a news station here in Iceland. And that job helped me a lot in the filmmaking world, but I got fired from that job. Nothing happened, but they just wanted to go into a different direction, and I respect that. And I didn't really find myself there. So no hard feelings, but it was a very tough time to get through, not having a job. So, but cut to right now. I recently got 2 jobs. The first one is like a job listing I saw. The title of the job listing was, "Can you edit videos?" And of course I applied, and after some back and forth I got a trial video that they wanted me to edit, and they liked it enough that they gave me the job. So later I asked them how many people applied for the job, and they said 100, if not more. Of course, when you have a listing that just says, "Can you edit videos?" I'm not surprised. I feel very grateful that they chose me. The second freelance job I got was I got a message on my Instagram at Christian Jonsson Film from a smallish marketing company, and they just asked me what I was doing, if we can work together, and I was really lucky to just get a message from out of the blue. Today I've done a couple of projects with them, and I asked them, like I do always, why they decided to message me of all people and not someone else, because I don't have a fancy Instagram page with a photo of me holding like a red dragon or something. They just answered with, "I don't know, you just had a friendly face and a nice aura around you." I don't know how they could tell by my Instagram, but I'm glad they contacted me. If you'd like to know more about my videography business and would like to see a video about that, about my gear, about my method, about my rate or anything, just let me know in the comments. Number 2, teaching a film class. So when I got fired from that TV job, I was kind of desperate for a job, just any job. And after some job hunting, I decided to apply for a job as a teacher's assistant or teacher's aide / student support sort of job. I don't know why, but I know some people who have done that, so I gave it a shot. It was a huge downgrade in the salary from the TV job, but I was just happy to be doing anything, really. I didn't really like most of the job, just helping students with their homework and their schoolwork, looking after small kids and just being there, I guess. Just helping them get through the day, which was fulfilling in its own right, but it wasn't really for me. And also it was a 20-minute drive from my house. And eventually I was talking to my boss about something, and I mentioned that I was actually a filmmaker. And they just told me that's great. They love to use the talents of their staff to some use, like even teaching. And I got a little excited and a little nervous because I've never taught anything before. But I have a lot to say about filmmaking, because when I was 14, 15, I used to take these classes like extracurriculars after school, and it was a film class, and it was the greatest time of my life. I was the top student, not to brag, but it was just the best time, you know. I just got to run around, film videos, and edit them, show someone, and that's great. So when I got the chance to teach the film class, I wanted to emulate that environment that I got to experience. It didn't really start well. First of all, it was a 10-week period. I had so much to talk about the writing, pre-production, production, post-production, marketing, all of that stuff. But I couldn't do that in just 10 classes. So I wanted to either focus on one aspect of filmmaking or talk about a little bit about everything, you know. The first class didn't really start well. I just rambled, and they just lost interest one by one. I didn't really ignite any passion in them. I just talked about everything, you know, and it may have been too much. So after the 10 classes, none of the students enrolled again. And I wasn't really surprised. I didn't really enjoy myself. They didn't really enjoy listening to me, and that was it. By that time, I applied for another job at another school that was closer to me. To be specific, it was my old school that I attended from 6 years old to 16, the one that I used to take the film classes in. I got that job, and it was great. It was weird working at the same school I used to study at. What's even weirder is I got to teach the same class that I enjoyed so much when I was a teenager. Right now I'm doing that, and it's so enjoyable, and the kids are just listening. They have the passion, they have the interest, and it's just such a difference between schools, because at the other school I used to work at, they didn't really have favorite movies. They didn't really watch movies. They just didn't have the attention span. But this school, my school, they all answered with movies that they love and watch and wanted to replicate or something, you know. And it wasn't really a short period of time. I could just teach all year round, which was great. I could talk about everything, but I learned from my mistakes, and I asked the students what they wanted to learn specifically. If they wanted to learn about writing, directing, shooting, editing. Most of them answered with everything. They just wanted to know everything about filmmaking. And that made me really happy, because I had so much to say about every aspect, and that's going great. I haven't really seen any video on YouTube about how to teach a film class. So if you're interested in that, just sound off in the comments and I will do that. And number 3, my next feature film that I've been working on. In that time where I didn't have a job, I really just hyper-focused on my script. At that stage, it was terrible. I had a subject matter that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't really have a story around it. And I had some people read my script, my draft at that time, and they just basically described it as unreadable. So I kept working, kept writing, and at some point I actually thought of an actress that I knew, that I had worked with, that would be perfect for this role. I got in contact with her, and she loved the idea, and a couple of meetings later, I finally had a story worth telling for me. I could finally just say what the movie was about, and the movie is about growing up and what that means. And right now, we just shot a concept scene for this movie just to help with marketing, fundraising, whatever. And it was really enjoyable. We just filmed it. There was a whole story behind that concept film and about the making of this feature, so if you're interested, again, you can comment again. That's all I have to say in this video. I would love to know what you're working on, so if you want to talk about that, down below. There's a lot of comments that you're gonna comment. Please let me know. I reply to all comments on my videos, so I would just love to hear what you're working on. And that's it. Thank you for watching.